Hello guys and gals, me Mudahar, and tonight's going to be a little chill night, ladies and gentlemen. Now, I know they don't exactly do creepypastas again, but one of the weirder sides of the internet was stuff that is kind of real, or actually, browsing threads that were a little more realer than your internet campfire stories. Now, this is kind of a little blast from my past, a little bit of a nostalgia. Moody used to browse 4chan, a lot of these thread websites all the time, and I still fairly do. One of my favorite boards ever on 4chan was X, which is the Paranormal board, and if you have never been to the Paranormal board, this is where people ask questions about hauntings, possessions, UFOs, whatever you want to name it, that's in that realm of creepiness. It's not relegated to anything. Again, you can have demons, UFOs, fucking conspiracies, chemtrails, whatever you want to call it, it all exists. All fair game. So today we're going to sit back, relax, take a little chill view, spooky view, if you will, through this side of the internet. So one of the quintessential questions people ask is, how does one break a pact with the devil? I've never really had a situation where the devil has been this, I've ever made a pact with the devil myself, but, let's find out. Jesus Christ, if you and your, fuck me, that... If you and your friend think that he sold his soul to the devil, that obviously means you believe in God. Therefore, go to church, doesn't matter what kind, talk to a preacher, read the Bible, maybe that'll give you an answer. I'm pretty sure God is a forgiving individual. Even if you make a deal with the devil, I'm sure God can say, hey, we'll find a way to rectify that somehow. I've always read that, but goddamn. Sometimes you get into the world of 4chan and it's a little spookier than you expect. So there's this crazy guy I work with and he starts talking about this demon. He is insomniac, and I'm now wondering if this demon is the reason. He described it as black with big teeth, skinny, and long arms. Alright, let's go through the encounters. Encounter number 1. He was sleeping one night only to wake up to this creature crouching on his wardrobe staring down on him. He couldn't move and was completely terrified at its sight. It pounces onto him, and where it lands he feels the pressure which slowly became a burning sensation throughout his body. Being insomniac, he is unclear as to whether this demon appeared in reality, or dream, and his crazy rambling makes it hard for me to distinguish. Encounter 2. He describes traveling on the road, where he was driving, passenger, or dream. Reality was unclear. Needless to say, he experienced the same confrontation. He witnessed a demon riding a motorcycle which proceeded to jump on him and caused the same sensations. I'm sure these are dreams, but whenever I confront this guy who is an insomniac, I told you can sleep, he always says, no, I can't sleep, my friend. Anyways, he describes seeing this creature numerous times, and I'm having a feeling this is over a short period of time. I spoke to this guy a lot over the past 2 years, and this is the first time he's ever brought up the demon. So this is the last encounter. His final encounter is the most recent and really freaked him out. He witnessed a demon stand in his room in the corner, and he woke in the middle of the night, only this time he was more terrified than he has ever felt, as if the creature was enraged. He tried to scream out Jesus' name, but the creature quickly jumped into him and covered his mouth. In time, he managed to free his mouth and tell the demon, in Jesus' name, leave me alone, at which point the creature gave out an indescribable, horrific screech and left. So these are encounters where somebody obviously has apparently encountered a demon, and it's clearly a Christian demon, something a Abrahamic demon, I guess is the normal way to say it. I think this would transcend between Muslims and Jews, whatever you want to call it. So you would basically have Satan trying to possess this dude. Now, look, I'm not here to say that this isn't real, but sometimes you kind of can't trust hearsay, but if something like this exists, I mean, clearly the guy is so fucking insomniac that eventually, and I've had this with sleep myself, when I don't have enough sleep, you start to develop these things called hallucinations. They can be visual, they can be auditory. I've had visual hallucinations from lack of sleep, but they're not like this, The hallucinations I've had from lack of sleep have always been things like weird shadows of the corner of my eyes, and I think it just had more to me wanting to sleep than anything. You start to hear and make up stuff in your head, for sure, that's reality, I've experienced it myself, but to see a demon jump into your mouth in the middle of the night and scream out Jesus' name, I think it might just be a little bit out there. I'm looking for a scientific explanation. Maybe some physical trauma is causing him to see these things, and that's probably true. I mean, usually your brain works off of what you know. It's kind of like that thing. If you ever heard, every face that you see in your dreams is a face you've seen in real life. It's your subconscious bringing it back. So yeah, you know, whatever spooky shit comes up in your head is something that has obviously been manifested from something you've seen. It doesn't have to be real. It could be something you've seen in a movie, something fictional, whatever you want to call it. That does occur. And if something is so traumatic that you've experienced in your life, yeah, you're going to have nightmares about it over time. We've all been there. You know, I can definitely sympathize with that shit. Sleeping paralysis because of an insomnia. The question is what's causing it. That's exactly what I wanted to get into. I'm glad somebody mentioned that. To get this straight, people who live in magic are vulnerable to the things we call demon. I don't know the exact background story why the demon is haunting him, but the feeling of being haunted is completely real for him. So the reality of it is, I don't exactly go to the end of it, but when you're talking about sleep paralysis, that's very true. I have this one exact recurring sleep paralysis, and I mentioned it before, but the thing is like, I have sleep paralysis on a really constant basis. In fact, it's more constant than like what normal people should go through. But the general gist of my constant experiences is if I'm laying and I'm staring down sort of at the floor, right, a carpeted floor, I will get this feeling of somebody running their fingers on the back of my head or through my hair, nails, so to speak. And I know that somebody is there. I have the feeling, I know that there's somebody there, and that's what I'm getting. And a lot of people call it the hag, whatever you want to call it, but I get this genuine feeling of me not being able to move. So I am sleeping, but I am kind of awake at the same time, and I feel things around me, but I can't move. And a lot of people say that you can move your toes around. If you can try to do that, if you can try to do basic movements, you can, basic fingers. But when you're paralyzed, you can barely move fingers anyway. Like you feel like you can move, your body is just completely locked up. So just a general gist over there. But yeah, dude, I mean, this guy apparently is being possessed by demons. That's some freaky shit. But whew, that's something. Oh, dude, I love these ones. So, okay, X, I need your help for once. In 2005, a guy posted an eBay auction for a possessed and scary as fuck Stitch doll he bought at Disney World. Okay, that's new. According to the description, the doll apparently kept coming back to his place despite having got rid of it several times before. The doll was dismembered and yet somehow put itself back together. And when the dude and his fiancée went to have a priest take care of it, the priest placed his hand on the doll and the fucker burned in his hand. Okay, all right, that's an outlandish claim. From what I've heard, the winning bid was $11,000 and the doll was never heard from again. If you sold the doll, wouldn't it come back to you if it had a habit of coming back before? I'm not sure. I don't think selling the doll is exactly going to make it haunt someone else, right? I don't think that's how it works. The page has since been deleted, but pics still exist on multiple sites. Here's the pic of the auction to prove that I'm making shit up. Okay. Alright, well, you just admitted to it. The case has interested me a lot lately, and I'm wondering if anybody in X has had any more information on the subject. So if you open up that actual image, you can actually see this is the eBay auction, and I think this is from a while ago too. But let's look at it. Haunted Possession, Disney Stitch, Teddy Dangerous. So you've got some VHS tape of this. Current bid is at $11,000 US. Fucktarded if somebody buys that. History 72 bids, 1 cent starting. Okay, highest bidder 0. Yeah, I'm sure it got sold, but it is a Canadian doll, so that's interesting to notice. But yeah, I don't believe that at all. You literally just admitted to making shit up. I have a few possessed cursed items to get rid of, and if I could get 1,100 for one, I'd be so happy. 11,000. Somebody's like, highest bidder 0? Yeah, sure. Okay, all right. So I think the haunted eBay painting is more interesting than this. Okay, what haunted painting? And oh yeah, oh shit, dude, we've seen this one in the deep web browsing before. This is a fucked painting. Holy shit. So I've seen this one in the deep web where it was one of those JPEGs. Apparently this actual painting is really fucking haunted, and whoever buys it, like, some freaky shit starts to happen, which, by the way, I don't know why anybody would buy a painting like this. If you look at it, there's hands in the background, there's, like, this creepy kid staring right at you. I don't know what that's supposed to be up there, and this doll thing, yeah, not happening. Not happening at all, dude. I'm sure my computer hard drive is cursed by having this JPEG just on it. That's gonna be freaky as fuck. I can't... Why am I recording these in the middle of the night? I don't know. Oh, this is great. I'm a Satanist, and my Christian friend keeps praying to saints and angels to save me. I know I can't take on a saint, but does anyone know how to kill an angel? That is something that belongs on, like, I'm 14 and this is edgy. They're really messing with my spiritual energy. So you've got, like, the pentagram over there, fucking scary as shit. You can't kill an angel, dumbass. They're immortal beings. I get that you're a Satanist, and that's fine, but this is pure edge. At least understand basic theology. I mean, Actually true. I'm not trying to be edgy, you are. I'm actually kind of desperate. Don't really know what else to do. You do realize angels are immortal messengers, right? That's like their whole shtick. I don't know, dude. Try stabbing them or something. Might work, might piss them off more. Worth a shot, IMO. I'm not trying to be edgy. I have some bad news, kiddo. Dude, people on 4chan are dicks. I love it, dude. It's like, it takes me back to a simpler time in my life. God, I'm about to fucking tear up a little bit. But why though? Cooperating with angels will bring you more benefits than being a Satanist. I mean, I would think so. I think when people go to the whole Satanist route, this is like, are you that bad of a person? Or like, I don't know, dude. I'm not saying Satanists are bad people by any chance. Don't get me wrong there. I mean, I kind of just did, but I don't know. Is it kind of just like rejecting everything? I don't know. Don't make me touch your PP now. I'm not purely pragmatic. Working with angels is working against the true spiritual happiness of humanity. I guess, I understand. I love how, like, the further you go down over here, you're not desperate, you're role-playing. Shut the fuck up and talk about scary shit. And you got, like, a photo of Anton LaVey with the word gay being written on the side. I mean, if you don't know you're on 4chan, I mean, this pretty much solidifies it, right? What the fuck am I talking about? You don't have to ally yourself with someone to be entitled to be left alone. Here's the thing. If you're gonna go around doing pro-Satan stuff, of course the angels and saints are gonna fight you. They might even use asymmetric warfare. Oh my god, we're really... Are you fucking... Hold on, let me just scan for my bullshit radar. Yeah, this is fucking on the point right now. Attacking you when you're not serving Satan directly in order to prevent you from arriving at an event at 7 p.m., arriving at 7:05 instead, and missing an encounter that could have led you to something, or arriving at 7:05 rather than 7 p.m. It's a complicated business. This is perfectly fine and there's nothing to be done here. If you're just going about your business and you think Satan is pretty cool, and you're interested in finding out what he stands for in the afterlife, then no. The angels and saints have no business attacking you, and they're just trying to keep the numbers up for their own deity. This is unacceptable and will not be allowed to continue. You don't have to respond here. Nobody expects you to out yourself on the internet, but make it clear IRL that you're not actively serving anyone and that the angels and saints have no business attacking you and they will stop. If you are actively serving someone, then you know it's kind of to be expected and it's something you have to deal with. I suspect that your friend is a powerful justification for their actions, but that's ultimately irrelevant. You don't need to do anything more than to be uninvolved in the war to be left alone. It's one of those things where you gotta, like, step back. If you're in, like, this religious turf war, maybe it's time to just, like, dial it back, chill out, and maybe focus on something else, dude. I mean, it's bad to get involved in a war like it. If you're serious about any of this, you are a really shitty Satanist. Fuck you. God, they're all dicks. Newbie here and just want to know how to sell my shitty soul to Lucifer. Oh, Jesus Christ. And what happens if I do? What value do you think it would have to Lucifer? Fucking savagery. The dickishness of this group. I love... Dude, this is why these videos have got to be the best. It's just dickish people, dude. You're alone in this universe until death takes away your very self. Nothing. You are a lazy piece of shit void of moral or secular value. You will slide off to his domain eventually. So you have absolutely nothing to offer. My God, everyone has had a bad fucking day today. So this is a haunted doll called Okiku, which was a link to another website called the Paranormal Guide, and I'm a big fan of haunted dolls. Like, I don't believe in the haunted doll shit, but, like, I'm definitely enticed by looking at anything haunted doll related. So in 1918, a young man brought this doll for his 2-year-old sister. The sister and the doll became inseparable until her untimely death the following year. It was soon after the death that the family noticed the doll's hair getting longer. If that happens, you better get the fuck out of there, dude. A curious-looking doll, located in a little wooden box on display in the Meneji Temple in the town of Iwamizawa, Hokkaido, Japan, stands a small 40-centimeter doll which takes pride of place as part of a shrine. This doll is no ordinary doll, as every year its hair needs to be trimmed as it grows. The hair is allowed to grow till it hits knee height on the doll, and is trimmed back to just below shoulder length. Now, I'm not exactly an expert on this thing, but I was always under the impression that a doll's hair does not grow. The hair has been growing for at least 75 years. That is definitely something to be looked up to, because it's either it's a fucking New Age Chia pet, or yeah, there's some weird haunting going on, that's for sure. The doll was brought in Sapporo by a 17-year-old Aikichi Suzuki in 1918 for his 2-year-old sister Okiku. Man, Sapporo's weird. I've heard weird stories about it. Last time I was in Sapporo, I was just shit-wasted, but okay. Alright, there's weird dolls to be bought. He was visiting the area for a marine exhibit, but upon seeing the doll in a shop window, he knew at once that the doll needed to be brought and given to his sister. The doll is about 40 centimeters tall, dressed in a traditional kimono. Okay. Okiku played with her doll every day, and soon gave it the same name as herself, Okiku. The doll would never be out of Okiku's sight. Unfortunately, in 1919, Okiku passed away in a severe fever. It was placed in the family altar in commemoration of their daughter. Okay, so now this is the haunted doll over here. So, in 1938, the family moved to another locality, but not wanting to take Okiku with them, possibly out of fear that the magic of the doll was due to the proximity with their daughter's resting place, they instead took it to the Menechi Temple. Here they informed the priest of the doll's hair, and the priest over time could confirm that the story was true. The hair did indeed grow. Periodically, the hair would get a trim, and soon photos of the doll with different lengths began to adorn the small shrine, dedicated to the Okiku, the doll, and Okiku, the girl's memory. It is said that upon analysis of the cut sample from the hair, it does indeed belong to that of a child. But since the sample was cut directly from the doll itself, no definitive conclusion can be made. Okay. Gotta Google this real quick. So, I actually Googled this doll, and while nothing creepy really comes out of it, it's not like it's, some real haunted murderous doll. The concept of hair growth on it is kind of a little out there. It doesn't exactly exist the way that, the way that it should. I can't exactly find definitive proof on it whatsoever, but apparently it claims to have it like that. I don't think it does. I'm not exactly seeing any proof, and I'm kind of a guy that needs proof in order for it to work. So yeah, a lot of people on the internet don't really know what's about it. It would be an interesting thing to look into for any kind of a video later on, but yeah, no, not anything I can find definitive as of now. Whew, okay, this video's kind of been all over the place. We've had some fun meme stuff, and then I've genuinely seen some stuff that's a little bit out there and a little too weird for me. And it's kind of late at night. I'm not exactly comfortable with sleeping right now, noticing that there's definitely been some stuff that's tossed in here that is a little unnerving to think about once time has passed a little bit. But ladies and gentlemen, that was me browsing some of the old creepy 4chan threads. I'd like to actually make this a little bit more common of a video. We might actually have individual videos focusing on these really weird dolls. I'm kind of on this like really weird creepy binge. So let me know what you think about it, ladies and gentlemen. If you like what you saw, please like, comment, and subscribe. Dislike or dislike it. If it creeped you out, I guess that was the intended effect. But relax, sit back, watch a couple meme-tastic videos, and go to bed. This is me, Mudahar, and I am out.